Love and Love by Tomy. This is a 1970s marriage toy, and all these toys here are to do with weddings and marriages. So we start off with a rather poor start here. She doesn't look very happy, and he's burst into tears. So we change the Wheel of Fortune, a little spring-loaded lever underneath, set it running, and see if we can get a better outcome for this marriage. Love and Love. Oh, well, that's half happy. She is, at least, but he's turned away. And so on. You can do a number of combinations of these things, and each time it'll produce a different picture. Nice idea, that. Of course, you must have wedding and engagement rings at weddings, so this one here would be a brilliant one for an engagement ring. Put it on your ring finger, and then say to yourself, well, actually, I prefer all diamonds. Well, no trouble at all. Just turn it inside out, and it transforms into another ring, all diamonds. If you prefer to go back to the emerald for another evening, that's the emerald ring. So that will be the engagement ring. And then for the wedding itself, we must have something like this, which is a happy, sad one. It's actually tragedy comedy from the theatre pictures. Spin it like that, and all marriages are happy and sad at different times, and you've just got the two scenarios on this particular ring. Suitable for a wedding ring? I don't know. Perhaps it's a bit too close to the knuckle. Here's a lovely idea for a little present for a wedding ring, for a wedding. This is a spoon, a Celtic spoon. We sell this on the website. And it's got a little peep on the top. Tiny little picture, magnified 100 times. And this one contains, because it's a marriage, of course, wedding vows. That's good. I take thee, my love, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, etc., etc. It's all there. Famous marriage vows taken on. A very upmarket wedding in America, and this is a lovely, lovely puzzle set of puzzle blocks, which are all pictures everywhere. And the idea is you scan them. There's the entire picture, and here's the wedding scene itself. And if you want to see what the presents they received, is you roll them this way, upwards. And if you want to see how the guests are enjoying themselves at the wedding, you turn them this way, and then they're all having a lovely dance. And so on. You can scan the entire picture, very, very well constructed picture blocks, and it gives the whole scenario of their wedding and the party afterwards and the honeymoon and the rest. Superb. And we had a famous wedding in Britain in 1981, Charles and Diana, of course. And this is the one by Longcrane and Broxton. And instead of having ball bearings rolling around and you have to get them into the slots, this is diamonds. There's a set of diamonds to fit into Diana's tiara, and some to go on as epaulettes. And there's one purple one here I noticed, which I think has to go here, which is probably Order of the Garter or one of those medals. That's a nice little dexterity puzzle, and you've got to move the pieces around and get them into the little holes. Also at that same time came a thing called a wedding puzzle with a rather nice little invitation to the wedding. The pleasure of your company is requested at the marriage of Lady Diana and Prince Charles and Buckingham Palace, etc. And oh, coach is welcome, book early. That's nice to know. And what came underneath the card was a very nice little puzzle where you had to get the couple sorted out. They've got all parts of their bodies muddled up, and you did that by a series of, no, that's not right. No, that's not right. It's a lovely bit of paper folding this. I love this origami. Still not right. Are we there yet? Yes, there's a couple already, and when they announced their engagement. Here's an interesting thing. This is from Sevi. The company in northern Italy makes a series of nice little boxes like that with a mouse and popping out of the ground. Their take on the wedding, though, is a very curious one. There's the groom. When you pull this open, the bride pops out of the ground. Well, now I think the idea is you hold it vertically like this, and this is Romeo climbing up to the balcony for his Juliet. Probably like that. And here I think is the priest who was marrying them a little time ago, and then popping out of the ground is one of his chums from underground. That's a very strange take on the wedding. There's some very nice cards, wedding cards out there. This is a beautiful one of the Bar and Press. We sell a number of different versions, but this one we don't have. It's a wedding and the aftermath, where they're both still a happy couple a few years later with a family, and a third one on the way, perhaps. That's a nice idea for a card. This one I think was possibly a Greek Orthodox card. It was one of those spreading out cards where you have to take the pieces, spread them out. There's the church. Here's the bride and groom. I think they have a large train of bridesmaids, and then some of these are with the guests and so on. It makes a beautiful big scenario of that. It's a nice idea for a wedding card. Who's getting married? Well, in this case, it's going to be Teddy and his bride. Oops, there's Teddy. And, oh, there's the bride. That's a nice thing, isn't it? A double jack in a box. Splendid bit of work. And I think when the wedding breakfast is over and the following day you stop having champagne and start drinking tea, here's a pot which says tea for two. So you put your 2 cups down there and you pour the tea for 2 people. Because they're a couple now, no longer single. That makes a nice scenario. This is a wind-up musical box which plays a nice little tune. And in addition to that, we can place this little creature on it and he'll start to rotate around the mirror. It's got a little magnet, of course. Quite a pretty little wedding tune, so let's see if we can get this well-known looking couple to start dancing to it. That's a nice 2 wind-ups working very well, both on the theme of marriages. That's nice. And now here's a thing called the Golden Ring, big German product. Famous picture of Charles and Diana kissing. What's inside? It must be a nice ring, I think. Let's have a go. Open it up. What do we find? Oh, yes. Well, they often say it's like being handcuffed in a wedding, don't they? When you're married, but no, they don't fit me, I'm glad to say. Will they fit you?